Scansano was one of these zone particolari, and it's just that that's where we were told to do a lot of our proselyting in this one particular time, and we went up and down the streets quite a bit. Now, when I transferred down to this area, usually the Mafia are fairly peaceful with each other. They know where their boundaries are and they don't mess with the others. But every now and again, one of them fiddles with the borders and they move into someone else's territory. And usually if there are more than two clans and they get in a battle, then the other guy will try and attack them while they're busy attacking each other. And that's what happened. And there were a number of nights where we'd be awakened from our sleep by the sound of machine gun fire. The Mafia were thick enough in Castellammare that you weren't ever supposed to wear anything that obscured your face. If you wore a ski mask, a helmet with a mirrored visor, a full helmet with just the visor right here, you're a hitman. And people know that. If you ever see someone riding around on a Ducati motorcycle and they have a mirrored visor, go the opposite direction of wherever they're going. We had that on a number of occasions where we'd see someone just ripping by with a mirrored visor, and pretty soon we'd hear gunshots. In all of this, however, the danger to us we never felt was great. There'd be times when we were in Scansano, one of the worst parts of town, and we'd be in some little corner alleyway, because that's where most people lived, and that's where we ended up finding most of our contacts. It's down these little alleys which twist into little other alleys in really weird ways. The place had been bombed out and they built out of the husks of the buildings that were left. And so you have these really squirrely alleyways that sometimes go up and like through part of a building and then down. It's really weird. But really cool at the same time, and really dangerous. But there'd be times when you'd just be walking and not even paying particular attention to the spirit and where it's directing us to go at the time. We're having a conversation about something, and we're just knocking on doors, and all of a sudden the spirit says, "Don't go down this street anymore. Turn around and go back the other way." And it was very specific, and we'd both feel it very strongly, and we'd say, "Well, here we go." And we'd turn and go somewhere else. And then the next day there'd be a big thing that 6 people were killed down that alleyway that day. And that happened once or twice a week during the time I was there. It was a particularly dangerous time. It's not usually nearly so active. But it happened fairly often.